ash on my... You can ash in this cup, or you gotta spin sunflower seeds.
Layup, motherfucker!
Oh, we can have you still on the head, or I could put it right here. Let's have a test. Let's see how good it sounds. Let's have you slide in a little. This is the casual for Jimbo. Got his cigar going with a little water.
Yeah, it's water.
Dewey says, "Does nothing? C9 always stare at walls?" Because the other night we lost in a scrimmage. He said, "I'm gonna go out back."
Say
and
I
stare
won't
at the
put
wall."
a $300 one.
He was just
right
contemplating, actually.
You watch Sparks
I
at
think it should matter
Sparks
if it's
says,
Louis.
"Do you watch Jordan's
now.
land?"
When should I roll this? I roll this at
Yes, I do.
6:17. Nah, it's too long. 6:16 my time.
His mom doesn't
Well,
watch.
somebody's talking in the headset over me.
Oh, okay. Here, that's a mumble. Here, I'll mute them.
Yeah, there we
They're
go.
muted.
All right.
Now you're good. There's no music playing. All right, so talk about it at home. You, mom, you guys.
Well, yep, we do watch them. You know, if they're not cutting into my sleep time.
Yeah, right. European man tournament.
So yeah, we watched most of them over the last 10 years. So,
Yeah. What time mom's what is it?
Mom actually has a hard time watching because she doesn't like to lose. So
Yeah, so my mom.
when it gets dicey, she's leaving the room.
Anytime the match gets closer, if we're losing, my mom has to walk out. She can't
Right.
watch. So she's in the other room while my dad's watching it on speakers, and she listens.
Yep, been
So
watching.
this is kind of a question off that. He said, "How often do you watch Jordan's matches, and how much of it do you even understand?"
I understand all of it, and I'm probably the best player in the house.
That's what I hear every day when I wake up. Me. Okay, Paula. You know Paula? He's the host guy.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
long hair.
Sure.
He says, "Do you agree with your son's friendship with Paula?"
Oh yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Can you flashbang dance? Yes, I can.
No, this is the originator. The flashbang dance came from his genes. My dad used to be a jazz drummer back in the day. Still
Retired.
retired. Have you ever played CS:GO before?
No.
Nope. We gotta set you down one day and have you try to kill
No,
a bot.
not interested. I stopped at Pong.
At Pong. Someone else asked that. What was the first video game you played?
Pong. That was it.
Okay, from Prod CS:GO. What's the weirdest thing a fan has said about Jordan? I have no
Oh,
idea.
they've said a lot of things. Weirdest thing? I can't remember. There's been so many.
Yeah. maybe-
Everybody has an opinion, don't they?
Yeah, maybe, or they've. Yeah, but people say positive and negative stuff.
Oh yeah, there's been mostly positive.
Favorite player from the original 1.6 outside of me.
Outside of Jordan, Get Right, Neo. I would say those are Forrest, of course.
The
They were-
legends.
Yep, good players. All
CYS.
actually, I don't know if people know that they're your good buds. That you've spent a lot of time with these guys over
Yeah.
the years.
I tell people that. A lot of people that are new to the scene don't realize how good friends we are.
Yeah, met them all. What do you
Good
think has
team.
been the most difficult time in Jordan's career? The travel. I mean, people probably don't understand the travel issues are humongous. You know, just the time, the jet lag, just in and out of airports. It's time consuming. It's tough. It's a big part of it. The travel is very tough.
So, what do you think about Luminosity, Liquid, CLG, and other competitors?
Fallen is a great player.
Yeah, my dad's watched me play Fallen.
I've met them back in 1.6 days. Real nice guys. Brazil's always put up great numbers, good team, good players, great organizations. You know, Liquid, yeah, good players. CLG, they're all good players. It's just getting 5 guys together is tough when you have to live together.
Layup, motherfucker!
And
Top
get,
sheet.
well, there's a lot more to putting 5 guys together to live together.
Or travel.
Just the traveling and, because not everybody comes from the same backgrounds. And, it's tough. It really is. It's like putting a band together, which I did for many, many years. Having the people actually be able to gel and put aside their differences about the way they think about anything outside the game and just do this one thing is tough. And so when you have 5 guys that have been together for years that can make it happen is very rare. It's very tough to do because the life outside the game can be very tough, and to be able to, like I said, put something together that really works well is a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
What? What were the circumstances? That's
in which Jordan
funny.
was conceived.
I found him under a rock. So
Sweet. I'm kind of like Barry Allen.
Yeah. How proud of your son? I'm proud of all my sons. Actually, he has 2 brothers that have also done well in life. So.
From Dreams IB.
Yep, they've all done well.
How did you view gaming as a whole when nothing started playing?
It was something that people like to do. I mean, video games have been around for years and years. So
They're wondering, like, what was your opinion as a father, probably? Because there's been a lot of discussion already about this. Like, I've told him before that I had supportive parents, but you guys obviously had your opinion on it early on.
Well, the thing is that being a parent of, somebody in video game, it's just like anything. You want your kids to be well-rounded in whatever they do. So, I had to rip them away from the game many times just to get them outside and get some sun. And, the thing is that to be good at anything, you got to put a lot of hours into it. So, you want your kids to do well, but by the same token, you also want them to be well-rounded in life and get all the life's experiences. So you have to work at it. Being a parent is rewarding, but it's a job that never stops.
What about when I decided to not go to San Diego State University?
Well, I mean,
Join UG.
yeah, that's when somebody has a passion for something, you let them go. School will be there, but the esports profession is growing by leaps and bounds, and so it's not for everybody. And I would encourage anybody to get a good education, and whatever you do. I mean, you can get a good education if you want to be an electrician. Go get out there and be a great electrician. Whatever you do, have a passion for it. You got to have a passion for it. So. Jordan had a big passion for gaming, so I saw that and booted him that direction. And if that didn't pan out, then we would be on him to do something else. I don't play CS:GO. No.
About Jordan, how do you feel about me traveling to other countries?
Well, Jordan's been traveling since he was 15. Right? I mean, you went to play with
Stano.
You went to live in New York at 15 for a while, and
16.
It's 15, 16.
Played travel ice hockey.
Yeah, well, we did a lot of travel ice hockey.
You guys didn't know I grew up playing ice hockey, so he was paying for my.
Well, yeah, his older brother played ice hockey. He played ice hockey, so one weekend his mom would be in one part of the United States and I'd be in another. We did a lot of traveling with that. Ice hockey was great. Great team sport, just like Counter-Strike. Any team sports is rewarding.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
My answers are vague. It's because I'm just reading through all these questions.
Did someone say that?
Nope.
If time goes back, we let him play again. Nothing's data. He's a new coach for C9.
I probably should be.
How do you feel about your son finally moving out?
Well, couldn't happen quick enough. No. Actually,
What do you mean, don't you love me?
the thing is that you guys got to remember that he actually moved out when he was 15 and 16. I mean, he's been traveling
And then again, when I was
nonstop.
19, I was in Dallas for most of
Well, I mean, yeah, he's been in and out for many years. Like I say, the traveling is rigorous, and when they go to a tournament. It's it might be the tournament's only a weekend, but that you travel there before. A lot of times the guys will stay after and hang out in that country for a while. So he's been in and out.
Who's a bigger fan of burritos, you or Jordan? I think it'd be hard to compete with me.
Well, I don't know. I've been eating burritos for 40 years, so
yeah.
he's got a few more burritos to eat to catch up to me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but see, that's over the long haul, Jim. That's not fair. My frequency.
Yeah, well, he does eat a lot, but 40 years of burrito eating.
This is the originator right here. Okay, what is your dad's thoughts of Stewie 2K from Justin Cannon?
Well, I don't know anything about Stewie 2K except he's a very talented young man. So.
Experienced, obviously. So we're trying
well, just yeah. I mean, that's. The CS:GO scene is ever changing, and there's people coming in all the time. So jump in, boys. The water's warm.
Abby here said, before Counter-Strike, did you want Jordan to have a different career? Or did you want me to have a certain career?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, when he started playing CS, he was going to the local tournaments at 10 years old, and we never thought that it was going to be a career. It just kind of went in that direction on its own. And so thing is that when you make the kind of money these kids are making, which, by the way, none of you really know, you have no idea. So just
but
to be
home, Dad.
Yeah, but well, just to be fair, and reading all the threads.
You love HLTV.org.
Well, you guys really don't have any idea what's going on. Sorry, but you just don't, and you're not gonna, because that's just the nature of business. I'm sorry. Who's your favorite CS esports player besides Jordan? There's a lot of them, man. There's great players. I don't have a favorite.
Favorite Pasha.
Pasha. Nice young man.
Yeah,
I haven't got to meet Pasha yet.
You didn't?
Biceps is always with you.
No.
I'm sure they'd love to meet you. But they said, do you have any hobbies or pastimes or things you like doing in your free time?
Yeah, sit on my boat.
Yeah.
That's it.
When he met my mom, they lived on a boat, a houseboat.
Oh, I did. No, it wasn't a houseboat. It was a 40-foot crisscross cruiser, and
now you got a sailboat recently.
well, yep, you got a sailboat. Yep, and it's
but then you like scuba diving.
Scuba diving, going to exotic spots.
We all got certified.
Yep, I've taken Jordan to Belize, to Baja. We won't tell him about your experiences with.
What are you talking about?
Diving in the deeper depths.
Oh. Have you guys ever looked up the blue hole? Look up the blue hole on Google. It's like one of the wonders of the world that's like natural. Let's just say I kind of shit my pants about halfway down to the dive when my gear got really heavy and it was pretty cold.
Well, it's a very deep dive and there's lots of sharks. And
I actually didn't mind the sharks though. How many sharks do we swim with?
Well,
we swam with like 100 sharks.
Right, but it was the
part
about dropping into the abyss. Now we were down at 160 actually.
160? I'm used to doing dives around 100 feet. Deeper than 100,
20 to 30.
20 to 30. Can we shut up? I do 90 to 100 every time, right?
Oh yeah, we have. Yep. Yep. Lots of fun times.
Can you freestyle better than Jordan?
No. Although I was in that industry for many years.
Yeah, he's the drummer. He could probably do beats for me, and we could probably start a
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Jimbo, we might need to make a track together. Have you been to any of Jordan's competition?
Yes.
NCUA,
Yeah, we were. Yep.
WCGLA
And I've been over to ESEL.
Oh, ESEA.
Yeah, that's right. The one in
My dad
Dallas.
came out to Texas. Shots on a couple beers. Watch us get second place, right?
I don't remember. There's been so many second places.
If that Jesus, come on, boy.
Would you still have been supported if Jordan hadn't found success when he started? Oh, that's a pretty good question. But yeah, yeah.
Awesome combo!
He would have been booted out. And what was your reaction? Would you still have been supportive? Yeah. You're always supportive of your kids no matter what they do. Jordan was a great hockey player, actually.
Get the dangles out. Where's my hockey stick? Someone asked earlier if I was a bender.
Jordan was a great player, very fast.
And I was in the corners getting my ass beat. Look at this. I can still dislocate my shoulder on command. Jimbo, put your finger in the hole.
Well,
Right?
yeah, there you go.
It's in. It's out.
It's
Actually asked like how much support financially had you have to help me in order to be a pro CS player. And I'd say most of it was just gas money, right? At first, just driving.
well when you're driving. No, we don't. There has been no financial support other than putting them up in my house. You know.
I thought this was my house.
Well, it probably is.
What brand of drums and cymbals did you play?
I was sponsored by Ludwig, so I played Ludwig drums. I still have those. I have a set of Slingerland. I was
This guy just
sponsored
gave
by
you-
Zildjian.
I owe you $20, Dad. The guy just gave you $20, so drinks on me.
All right, thank you. Zildjian cymbals, you know.
What are your opinions on the iBuy power bands? That's a good meaty one. On SWAT, bring back. Take a sip, take a swig of the Stogie.
Well, I feel sorry for him, and if I think of it, you know, there could have been some litigation going on with that. So, unfortunate situation. I think they all should be unbanned. And I won't go into the details, but I have a team of attorneys that would go into the details. I'll tell you that. So,
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately, I suppose that the players
Tough
would
to
have
see.
a hard time financing that, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
the finance,
I wouldn't have. So, it is what it is.
Still thinking about it, bro. Do we all fly to Seattle, the whole CSGO community? We get 100,000 marge. We strike the streets. Valve's office.
No, that's not
We
gonna.
want Swag.
It's business, and so when you cut into somebody's livelihood, and they have no repercussions, that's a time for lawyers to get involved. And I've certainly, as my son was in that situation, that would have happened. What was your reaction when the SWAT raided your house? Well, that was interesting. I was coming home, was in my car, got out of my car, and I heard somebody yelling at me, "Sir!" I looked around and I didn't see anybody, so I kept unloading the groceries out of the car, and I heard "Sir" again, and I looked to my right, and about 100 yards to 150 yards away was about a dozen officers with AKs and assorted
Not AKs,
rifles.
right?
They had a lot of different
they had
weapons
M4
and
guns.
told me to walk towards them with my hands in the air. And actually, I knew what it was about as soon as it happened. So I walked down there, and they
We were
were.
talking about that week, right?
Yeah, well, it'd been happening. I think it happened to Hiko just a couple of days prior. And
but he didn't. It wasn't really talked about.
right, and then went down there and they
You walked to the end of the block?
walked to the end of the block and they got me down
And I still
on the
wasn't aware of
ground.
this at that point.
Right.
And that's when I was here, and you guys see the video. I'm like, guys, I think I heard something outside because my dad walked that way. And I heard like a loudspeaker, and I was like, what's going on? I run outside this way. Right when I get out the front door, I look out, and there's guys posted behind the cars and tree lines with M4s pointed at me. I'm in my shorts and tank top. I was like, hey!
They were very serious.
They pranked.
Yep.
Walking down the street, you're being pranked.
Right. They didn't want to listen to me. But after a few minutes, when the situation calmed down and I explained what was going on, they were very professional, and
they were cool. We felt
actually
really
it was, it was. I was sorry they had to come to the house and use all the resources. The SWAT helicopters were flying around. The news crews were there. I mean, it was on. And but in the end, it all worked out. And like I say, the San Diego Police Department were very professional. And
they even didn't bring the dogs in the house because we said we had cats because they were going to bring the dogs.
Yeah, they went through the house, every inch of it, and it was an eye-opening experience. But actually, I enjoyed it because we got to actually explain to the police department what streaming was all about.
That was pretty funny. They're like, wait, he's playing games.
They could not understand how somebody could sit in their room in a T-shirt and
sometimes not my T-shirt,
make more money than them. So, that being said, it was a unusual but a great experience.
Which teammate do you think Jordan gets along with the most? I always got along with all my teammates.
Oh yeah, Jordan's easy going. He's just intense when it comes to what he does. So.
Yeah, no one really knows how bipolar I am in terms of CS. Because I get really serious and then really fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of the kids their parents are wondering if their children are in the room too much playing Counter-Strike, and probably they are a little bit. They need to get outside and be well-rounded. That's for certain. You gotta be well-rounded in life, because it takes a well-rounded person to travel constantly, meet people from other countries, be able to live that lifestyle. You can't be shy.
Can't be shy. Fan of Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Well, man, they were a big band back in the early 70s. And yeah, very good. Yes, I did.
Triple combo.
Zeppelin, Cream, Jimi Hendrix. Great stuff.
Erica Plummer asked, can she have my hand in marriage?
Yes. But we're going to have to vet your financial portfolio
That's
first.
my dad right there, baby.
So,
how much money you got, ladies? And how much is it mine?
Just kidding. Boy, your questions have slowed down since I've come on here.
Well, this is subscribers. If I were to pull off subscribers for a second. Subscribers off. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Boom.
Mail, motherfucker.
Freedom! Everyone will start pouring.
Freedom, huh?
People asking my dad about the floppy Dorito. I'm not even going to bother to explain to him what.
Yeah, let's keep it in my genre.
This guy's asking about his dad again. He says, hey, any tips for bonding with my dad? He works a lot, so I never really get that strong connection with him that I really want. I'm 19 years old, and I think it's time that I really get to know him. Also, I love your stream, Jordan.
Bonding with your dad. Well, make yourself available. Ask him what you could do for him. That's it. Maybe go out and clean that garage, or.
I feel like something's being said right now.
Well, I mean, you have to approach them too. A lot of times, I mean, life is tough, especially for parents. Everybody's out there working hard, and trying to live and do the best they can, or whatever it may be. So you gotta talk to each other.
Well, sometimes if your dad isn't someone who expresses himself, you have that same thing. So
Well,
like me,
Brutal combo.
it's always just like consistent.
just keep the channels open, man, and talk, talk, talk. You have to do it. See where your dad's at. See what he likes in life. But it's communication. It's just like in CS:GO. You gotta communicate. You gotta communicate from the gaming CS:GO standpoint. When you're on a team, you've got to talk to each other constantly. You got to let each other know where you're at, where you're going, what your thoughts are. You can't, you can't be clairvoyant all the time. A lot of communication. Life's about communication, boys and girls.
Mail, motherfucker.
Mail, motherfucker.
You got to change that. That's not right.
That's just for the $2 ones. If you
Yeah.
donate more than $10, it's different. What's the best to success? You seem like a man who has his sheets together.
What's the what to success?
Tip to success.
Passion for what you do. That's it in a
Persistence.
nutshell. Passion. You have to like what you do. Search it out. There's all
Mail,
kinds of
motherfucker.
things that you can do in life. Find the thing that makes you happy and you can make a living at. Life's short. It goes by. All you guys and gals are going to be sitting in this chair one day, and it's going to come really quick. Like I say, I understand the game. Banana, banana.
Mail, motherfucker.
I've been listening to Jordan yell through these walls for years and years.
God damn it! Why did anybody pee?
Yep.
Sorry, Dad.
Yep.
How many of Jordan's teammates have you met? You can answer that while I look for a better one.
I've met Shroudy and Freakazoid.
You met Sean before?
I've never met Sean.
Yeah, you guys never
Oh,
did.
no, and I haven't met Tyler. You went.
Where did Jordan learn how to cook? There it is, because they think I know how to cook.
Yeah, well, I'm a good cook.
Jimbo.
I've done all the cooking in the house for all these years. Not that my wife could not cook. It's just I have a passion for cooking, so I
He
enjoy
always
it.
makes me make things better. Like, I would get some Kraft macaroni and cheese, and I'd be like, okay, that's all I can make. And he would take the Kraft macaroni and cheese, add his own little, like, cheese sauce to it that he would make by mixing some cream together, dice up some cooked bacon, throw that in the mac and cheese, grab some bread that I would think is normal bread, turn it into garlic bread, make a Caesar salad out of something, and all of a sudden I got, like, a respectable... So he kind of taught me to throw things together in munchies. So whenever we're boot camp with the team, and we always have these little ingredients, everyone's like, oh, we don't really have any food. I'm like, I could get down right now. Jimbo taught me.
Hang out with your folks when you can. Don't forget to talk to them. Let them know where you're at. Come up out of your room. Get off of that CS for a little bit and see what everybody else is doing in the house.
Tommy said, will Jimbo cook me another filet when I visit San Diego?
Tommy, you come here anytime you want. Even if when Jordan leaves, we got an extra room.
Jesus. He doesn't even make me play anymore.
We've had many people in CS stay here. I remember we had a couple of times when we had some boot camps here.
Yeah, with my old 1.6 team.
Mhm.
Took my old game room and put 5 people in it.
Yep, we've done that a few times.
Yo, Papa, were you a stud back in the day rocking the flow while mucking dusters on the ice?
That's
you didn't
funny.
play ice. You didn't
No, I didn't play
you
ice
played
hockey at
football
all.
and track, right?
Yep, that's it. Baseball. There wasn't a lot of hockey in San Diego.
Mail,
Well,
motherfucker.
we had the San Diego Gulls back in the day with Willie O'Ree.
Said, would you have let Jordan stay in the house if I didn't get this good at CS Counter-Strike? If I had not been pro level and not gone to college, would he still be living with you, or would you have kicked him out?
What you mean if he was doing nothing?
Some water?
Nothing doing nothing?
Nothing doing nothing. If I was doing
No.
nothing.
Well, That would have
You
never.
might make me work for you.
That would have never happened because my foot would have been planted deep in his hiney to get him doing something. But I never had that problem because he was driven himself. So
This girl said nothing signed my hand once. How much can she sell it for on eBay? Oh, I remember. You're from Australia. You beat Freakazoid. So this girl was drunk named Shy Pie, and they played a show match with Freakazoid for Shroud, and she beat Freakazoid's team.
really,
So how much
Well,
can she sell her hand for? On
she
eBay?
should get a squad together and come to America with their fellow with the Renegades, and
The Renegade.
yeah,
Shit.
they're living the dream out there in Vegas. Having a great time. This is a young man's and young woman's sport. It's a great time traveling and seeing the world. How could you tell one of your kids not to travel and see the world and make money? It's a hard thing to do.